Hello and welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. We're back at surviving as a trader. So far so good, but today we're going to make search contracts a little bit easier by adding this guy right here. So let's get started. A searchlight, let's do that. Searchlight right here, and we can put it up front if we need to. Looks like we have enough mats for it, which is perfect. We'll have it 800 meters. That's a decent amount. We need small ships, lost ships, characters. We don't need characters. Stations. We don't need stations. Target neutrals and target friends. So searchlight's on me as a character. So no, that's working. So we take off the searchlight on character. Alright, good. It's not detecting itself, so that's good. But it's not detecting the large grids. Or is it? Because it's station. Maybe do station then. So it should detect the station unless... No, I think these are just random blocks now because we got rid of everything that actually had some kind of control panel. Yeah, that would make sense. Alright. So what if we went to the unknown signal? Let's see if it actually kind of looks and searches for it. Should probably put it on the top. Oh well, I mean, nice to see it up front where it will detect it as well. Let's see what happens. I mean, 800 meters is quite a distance to get detected, and it's 750 deviation for the search contracts. So this might be the meta here. Using a searchlight, although we can use probably a turret and everything like that too without any ammo, and it'll still look at it. So we could have done that way back then too. But for whatever reason, I just thought searchlight, search missions or contracts, why are we not using it? But I don't even know if it's going to detect it. It probably would, but I'm not too sure. Alright, we're heading towards a unknown signal. Yeah, this thing ain't doing squat. Yeah, it's not detecting it. That's not good. Unless it's because it's over the hill, then that makes it pretty rough still. Okay, so it ain't 800 meters for it to detect it. Oh no, it's because of a hill. Okay, so it has to have a straight line of sight to it, or a direct line of sight. Yep, direct line of sight. That doesn't help us in any ways to put it this low. So we need it to be a lot higher. Okay, good learning process and experience there. Where is the button for this thing? There we go. Okay, what is in here? Ooh, more food. A nice little drill that we don't need, and I guess whatever was in there. It's a little bit heavy because this thing just tipped over a little bit. Where are you going? Right, so yeah, it needs a decent line of sight, so that's not as effective as I thought it would be. But still effective, just not as great as it would be if it actually detected at quite some distance. But it's alright, not to worry at all. Okay, I think we're closest to the economy base, so let's just head there first. Alright, so once again, back at the economy base, we should have a little bit of money to deposit right there. And of course, let's check to see what we got, since we got a little bit more money. Not a significant amount, obviously, but decent enough to buy something at least. I would think. What we got here? We got cobalt that we can't use because we don't have an assembler. They're still selling iron ingots, so it's good. And at a discount because we got a little good faction going on here, reputation with them actually. We could get some nickel, which we probably need, and silicon wafers. All right, we definitely want to pick that up. And in terms of water and food, I think we're okay, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Can we pick up 50 of silicon? Yes, we can. That's 9,000. Ouch. And we'll do nickel as well. 50 of them is 14. Ouch. Okay. We got to reserve the rest for probably food. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so food-wise, we are okay in food. We can eat a pumpkin, I think, right? Nope, we can't. Can we eat wheat? Nope, we can't either. I need that mod to make the colors of these equipment look better because this is standing out more than the rest. So that's an interesting issue to have here. All my food is dumped in the truck, so that's fun. I do know. Oh look, we can sell. Ooh, we can sell stuff like that. Okay. We can continue to do some search ones to get extra cash if we want to before we head back home. I think I want to do one more really quick. So let's do one that's not too far. We were 27 and 28. Let's just go with the 28. Accept that. And let's hurry up and get out of here. Alright, so 27,000 credits just for 4 or 5k. Kinda not worth it. Well, we could do. Well, think about it this way. This is close to 30k worth of traveling. And if you did like a 40 to 50k when that's 12 kilometers away, you could do 3 of these just as quickly, I think. And that would net you. Actually, no, nope, I'm wrong because we're going 4k back and forward, so that doesn't help. If we pick out all the low ones, they're all about what, 15 minutes, 60 minutes to do. So if we did them like say 5 kilometers this way, 5 kilometers another way, we might be able to pick up like more than one at a time and hope for the best that it's next to each other and not the opposite way around. Because then you can end up traveling 8 kilometers away from each other, but you still probably have enough time to finish up the contract potentially. We could always give it a try. That'll be a quick way to make some money, but also the traveling would be similar to traveling long ways away. What do we have here? A bear camp? Hold up. Hold up. Bear camp. Alright, we definitely gotta mark that in GPS to check out, see what that is all about. Because the bear camp is 5 kilometers away. Not too bad. Alright, so we are within the vicinity here of the checkpoint, or the last known location, and searchlight is detecting. Nope, not detecting anything. Oh, right on this side. Nope, stop tricking me. Searchlight. Alright, so we're here. It's not nighttime, so it's hard to see anything in terms of a light source. Hopefully it's not towards this way on top of the mountain, which is possible because it's only 200 meters off right this moment. I'm gonna circle around a little bit to see if anything I can pick up here. I'm not seeing anything by sight, and looks like searchlight's not really picking up anything as well. So I'm trying to circle around 3 meters from this last known location. I'm not seeing much, so this is not great. Oh, what's that? Is that it? Probably not. I think that's a rock. that's a rock. Every time I'm always looking at rocks. Okay. That's another rock right there. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I thought the searchlight found something, but nope. Right, so searchlight, not the most significant way of finding anything. Alright, so let's just do what we gotta do. And I think if it's gonna be anywhere, it'll be up here. To make these hard. Oh, it's right here. I think I see it. Yep. Oh, I can target it too. I think it targeted. Searchlight definitely found it. So that helped highlighted it, but I saw it by sight before the searchlight even looked at it. So in some ways, kind of pointless. It helps. Not significantly, but it helps. So not too bad. Alright, so we're gonna hit up. We're not gonna hit up the bear camp just yet. We'll go home, establish what we can establish, and we should actually find a way to plug in as well. Alright, so we're back home. Here's a little bit of a garage we have here, but it's not really connected to anything. If we do a connector somewhere back here or on our turbine, I think we should be okay to kind of charge this thing up. We'll ramp it up and put up here instead. I think we should just do that. We should also have connected it somewhere so we could just easily dump stuff from our vehicle. That's also a thing. Alright, so we should ramp this thing up a bit. So bring this forward. Yep, that would work, I think. Yep. Okay, that works. So let's just extend that out just a little bit more. Right, so we got a bit of a little concrete ramp over here. So that should bring us into the connector without any problems. And we have a problem. Guess we could hop it a little bit and it will connect. Okay, let's not do that. The extra little ramp that we had there, that's what was able to lift us up. So that's what we need in order to get up there. But kind of this ramping system right here, just to bring it up just a tad. I guess we could do that. So be adding that one. Not something I like to do or wanted. You do that and that, and we gotta fix this, but not right now. But that should give us that extra ramp that we need. Yep, that does. So that's perfect. So we can park in, charge up this way, using the power of the turbine, which is great. And I hope opening and closing that cockpit with this mod is not killing our ice. It could be for all I know, but hey, look, we got 1,000 now. Even better. So we're gonna continue to get some more ice sooner or later. We gotta fix this. Now we gotta add the blocks instead, which we could or could not weld up. Either one works fine. I think I'm gonna weld it up. And then we're gonna have to make a assembler system out here. An assembler would require some metal grids that we do have. Actually, we could make an assembler, I think. We should turn this into a conveyor, I think. We should. Now, to do this safely, that's another story. So if I did that, that should help it from falling, I hope. That's looking good. And I think we got it. That's very sketchy, but worked out okay. Only reason why we want a conveyor here is so that we can pipe into a assembler system if we have one. So we'll just throw it this way. Probably put the assembler going this way. And we need small steel tubes. Not many. 17 left. Yeah, 17 left. Not a significant amount. So it's enough to weld one or two up only. One. Alright, so we need an assembler. An assembler. We could use this one, the industrial one, or the other one. The industrial one is okay, but you have to leave space for the mods on the bottom if you want mods. But we could plug one over here or right over here. Or next to it somehow, or like right over here instead. That's a possibility, but that means we need another piping system. So we do either that T or the cross or the T section for this. I'm inclined to do that, and then we can add the assembler here. And if we need to, we can add a platform right over there, right above it, like so, or catwalk. And then if we need a refinery, we can put a refinery here, and it all connects into it. And it's got space for mods, and we need to put mods here. So that's maybe not 100% with that, but maybe we'll see how that kind of goes. All right, so we don't have much small steel tubes, which is a problem in terms of making the piping system and everything like that. So we're gonna scratch this for now and come back to update the base a little bit with the assembler sooner or later. But right now, let's continue on trying to make that searchlight thing work a little bit better. So I figured that one of the big reasons why the searchlight things have worked that well is a little too low from the rover. So I have a decent idea where we're gonna add one on the right or left side. Let's just say the right side, and hopefully nothing falls out. What we're gonna do is add a piston. So we could do somewhat of a periscope like ideal thing here. I didn't want to make it too high, but I think this will work okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, so there we go. So got that here. And we plug in our searchlight right over here if we want to, like so. Of course, we're going to grab the bottom one, get rid of this one. We don't need it here. And we should be good to go. Now, do we want to add another one on this side? I mean, we could try to do that just to bounce it out. But what should we put here? An idea I had in mind was probably a camera, if anything. Like so. And with that said, we do a turret controller. Okay, so what we're going to do is edit this here. So the azimuth is going to be the rotor. We're not doing the elevation. We're going to manually do that. And we're going to use the camera as our reference point, and it's going to target the same thing as before, small ships only. And it could be target, neutrals, friends, and enemies. And we just turn on enable AI. So now the camera looks right at it. So if I had to, I'll just go right into my camera and do view, and I'll be able to see it, which would be awesome. And I have the camera panning mod, so I can always kind of maneuver a little bit as well. A little bit. It's not letting me do too much for some reason. It's not letting me go left and right, but it's conflicting with the custom turret controller for some odd reason, which is pretty interesting. Didn't think that would actually happen. But the range of this is 600, so it's a lot less than the searchlight. So the searchlight is definitely better. Okay, so this one is piston 2, and that should be piston 1. So when we're ready to start looking for stuff, we can lift up the pistons this way, like that. I don't know if you can see it. Let me unhook from here, right there. So the camera one obviously a little taller because it's just taller because of the rotor. So I should have thrown it a little bit down one, but should be okay. But at least I can zoom now to find stuff if I can't see it. I can look up and down easy, but left and right has a problem with the custom turret controller. If I turned it off, it would probably be able to maneuver a bit better. So let's just test that out really quick. Yep, so here I can turn left and right, up and down, everything. So that's interesting that the turret control does that, but not a big deal at all. We'll just keep it on and we should be good. Now, the only thing I hate about what I did with the batteries, I can't see how much batteries we have left here. So that's always going to be somewhat of a problem. So we didn't charge much at all, I think. I think we only got, yep, 1 bar here and probably another bar here. But it's good enough for now, I think, because we are not using our thrusters as much anymore. Yeah, I think if we have 80 of the, what's it gonna call it? Power cells, we could make a battery in here, but I highly doubt we do have that many power cells. We have 43. So a bit lacking on that front. To get things charged up, but the turbine's a little slow too, so that's not great. It should pick up sooner or later, but anyways, we should just do, well, let's test out our little periscope looking like things, just for fun and scope for new stuff. And I think let's just head over to the contracts and see what we can pull out this way. I like the piston setup there now too, because it's going to help with when we're crashing and flipping around. It gives us a little bit more leverage to also hang on it, or protect the top, I should say. So the searchlight is now off of that little rover, so it's good. So it's quite the range, but I think it has to be like a line of sight kind of thing, I believe. I could be wrong, but adding 1 piston does help it a little bit, but not too much. So let's just hope for the best when it comes to that. Right, we need small steel tubes. So that means we need more iron and other things like that. So let's hope for the best to see what's in here and if it does even have that. But I should have checked how much I needed for an assembler, because that's what's gonna be more helpful in terms of gathering materials and stuff like that too. So in terms of store, we got more clan cola. We need a refinery sooner. Okay, so we still have iron here. We have only 37,000. So that's not too much. There's some nickel as well, so we can buy some. So nothing's really changed at the moment. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take, let's get some data pads. Let's buy them all. Wow, that's 9 grand worth. Okay. We need to find other bases, because can't just traveling to one base over and over again is not the best idea. Alright, so if we buy all, it's 1 million creds, so we don't have that many. We can't even buy much anymore. 100? We could buy 100. 150? We could do that. Okay, we're gonna buy 100. Oh no. Transaction failed. It just updated on us. But I still think this iron just costs a little more now, I guess. And we have more data pads. So we have a bunch of them, so we're not gonna worry about that. So I guess it just reset on us. So iron, once again, was it 150? Let's just 100 of them. Let's just buy 100 of them. Nickel we probably need, and silicon we need. Did we lose? Oh, there's uranium now. That's good. No nickel, so ooh, should have bought the nickel earlier. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, so we're just gonna buy some wafers then. So can't buy too much, so I guess like 30 worth, or by 40. 40 worth is okay. Not much at all, but it's gonna be doable for now. Alright, so situating ourselves in terms of food and water. We can drink some water or some beer, which is gonna ruin our sleep a little bit. And get our 2 variety chips. And we should be at 100%. Sleep is not so great. I just saw it flash the lights from the rover right over there. Alright, so let's take a look at the GPS pointers here. And okay, so it's gonna be an interesting way of doing this because we didn't rename some of these GPS pointers previously. So that's something we're gonna have to do once we select all these data paths that we have here, which is quite the number of them. Right, so here is the setup. Some of these don't have a number, which I should have added a number, but those are the ones that are previously found. And I think that should be it for now. So let's take a look out here. Everything is so far, it's insane. That's not even on the same planet, so what is the point of that? And what is the closest one that we have as a station? The closest one that I can see just out here, so the GCT station, yeah, they're all so far away, which is not great. The closest one is this one, GCTC station 4, which is on the other side of the planet, it looks like. And that's it. Everything else is dumb far for whatever reasons. So maybe our next stop would be to make it all the way over here, GCTC, eventually. We still need to charge up our ship a little bit more, our rover a little bit more before we do that. Or maybe just turn it into a ship. Maybe that would be helpful in this case. So all these data pads worth nothing because everything is so freaking far. We keep doing these search contracts. What's great about it is that we are going to get some reputation, and with the reputations maybe we could do a little bit more as well. So let's see what we got here. Alright, so let's pick up some search contracts. Let's do some a fun way of doing this. You know, we don't necessarily spend 19 minutes on one when we do the close ones. So we could pick up a few of the shorter ones, so like this one and this one, and do it together. And hopefully it's not the opposite way from each other. So here's the 25,000 one, and we'll pick up the 29,000 one. So hopefully, just hopefully, they're in the same vicinity or close to it. So we don't have to go back and forth too much. And it looks like my luck is not great here because one is on this side 6 kilometers away, and one is this way at 3 kilometers away. So we're gonna make it 9 kilometers away if we pick one side first. So I'm assuming this one is the closer one or the cheaper one, the not too heavily priced one. So we're gonna go to this one quickly because it's right here. It's not too bad. And hopefully we'll make it back in time for the other one, so we quickly do 2 contracts just like that and make it close to 60, no, 40, no, almost 60,000 right there. So we're very close. I'm gonna periscope just to searchlight not the camera specifically for this one, because I don't want to waste the time here. But once we get close to the 750 mark or so, or maybe we get the high ground, should be able to see or have it target what we need to see. Honestly, camera with the turret controller, not necessary, because the search camera, you could actually hit control and view it just like a regular camera too. And the range is a lot better. So definitely don't need a camera. I just did it just for fun, and just to see if it does do anything. And then obviously it's not going to do too much. Okay, so we're in the vicinity and it's not finding anything. So that's not good. If it's 800 away, it should pinpoint it somewhere, but it's not. So let's just sit on the last known location right here. Oh, did it just shift? Did it see something? Nope, it didn't. So that's not good. I was hoping it to work much better than that, but it's not. So we're gonna have to kind of roam around. Oop. And see if we can find it right there. So it's targeting right there. Okay. So targeting, yep, so that targets it right there. So that worked out. I'm not sure why it targets it and then it stops targeting it. And maybe it's the height, which, yeah, we had a decent, yeah, it is the height. So that does help. So let's just say if we brought this thing down, we still would be able to see it apparently. So it doesn't help. Didn't really help that much. It helped a bit, but not significantly. So I want to believe it helped. To be honest, let's just say that. Okay, so we're now 9 kilometers or 8 kilometers away from the other one, so we gotta head back that way just to go for the other one. But we collected that one, so we're good there. But again, the height does help slightly, but not too bad. But yeah, with the targeting system in the searchlight, it makes it so much easier to find than actually looking for it blindly, which makes the search contracts a little more funner in this case. But yeah, so still living on search contracts, but sooner or later we're gonna live off of other things, such as potentially acquisitions, and then eventually let's do some hauling, because we're gonna be traveling long distances with some, I would hope by the time we can do hauling missions, we have some jump drives as well. So that's gonna be fun, but that's gonna be for a long haul, to be honest. And I don't know when that's gonna be, but it seems like it's gonna be quite some time. So we definitely gotta look at other stations as well, if we can find them throughout Mars. So it's gonna be a lot of traveling as well eventually, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because it's fun for me to drive around in a rover in Mars, but not great for you guys potentially, unless you guys enjoyed the time lapse of me just roaming around in that case, which I'll probably just do it that way. Alright, so we are at the 1K mark, so we're very close to our destination, and hopefully we got the height. Let's just raise this thing up and see if we can pinpoint where this thing may be. So again, we'll probably have to get to the highest point that we can find, which might be right around here. And we just gotta look around, and I think it's right there. Easy to find. And the camera doesn't seem to be picking it up, so that's interesting. Searchlight is, camera isn't. Huh. I'm surprised by that. So the current, oh, because I have it off. Duh. I should have had it on. Oh wells. Okay. Now we got some money, 61,000. That's good. We could buy a little bit more iron. Ideally, we just needed actually some small steel tubes, and not just the iron to make stuff, but we'll see what we need to make that assembler. Alright, we are back at the economy base here. And let's see what kind of trouble we get into now. Alright, so store-wise, we can buy cobalt now or later. Probably not now. We don't need it specifically at this moment. Iron we should buy a little bit more of. I think silicone's a little bit more important. Let's get 100 of these things for now. And we'll buy the rest of iron, I guess. We could buy 300 worth. Nope. We could buy 250 worth, basically. And we'll be poor once again. But you know what? We could always buy some cola. What's more expensive? Cola. We're buying coffee. We're not buying 60 of them. Why would we queue up 60? I'm gonna get 10. I should have just sparkling water. Look at that, 94 credits for it. So why didn't I just do that in the first place? Whatever. And I mean, we could buy more data pads if we need to, but I feel like every time I buy more data pads, it's just such a waste. Contract wise, we can do some more if you want to. So each one is 10 reputations up, and how we're doing with the rep with these guys anyways. So it's the Rogue Miners Guild is what we're working on, and we need to do a lot more to get friendly with them. We're still neutral, but we need a lot more than that. So that's yeah. It's gonna be fun. Only 10 per search mission, so that's not great. In terms of acquisitions, there's 4 per, so that's not great either. I am guessing hauling gives us a lot more. Nope. So you need to do a lot just to get decent rep with them if you're just doing contracts. So that's actually no fun. Alright, let's head back with what we have so far in terms of loot. And we should head and see if we can make an assembler, because that's something we definitely need to do. So we got a decent haul, nothing too crazy. We do need to figure out a way to connect everything, because the connector's here to connect to that and everything like that. So yeah, why are we making an assembler right away? We need metal grids. If we had metal grids, then yes, we could just deal with that way. We want to deal with a smaller assembler, which I think we do have. We have 21, and we needed how many? 10. Okay, I'm comfortable with that. I think we could actually make it now. Maybe. I don't know if I want to keep it there. It's a bit of an odd placement for it. Probably move it out to maybe this side, actually. I'm just gonna do that. I think I did it mostly because of the walkway right here. But I think I want to connect it a little bit separate from things, or maybe I did it so, yeah, I think I did it so it connects through and through here without any issues. But it's not going to look that great, I think. I don't know, because if we do conveyor pipes here, well, you basically do this with the pipes, right? So that's the basics of it, is to connect it that way to get the power and everything like that. But if we get the assembler out, I think maybe we can extend it out here if we have to. And maybe think of it doing it this way. So it's just a bit of a separate grid on its own. Well, not separate grid, but a different station on its own. So it'd be like kind of stretched out. Let's just say that much. And put the assembler right here. We could do that, I think. That should be okay. I think that should work decently. And we'll just do that for now. Really no point, but just for now. So I think we could get the assembler up and running. If we can get the assembler up and running, we should be pretty decent in terms of, you know, getting steel plates, not steel plates, getting large steel tubes and everything like that. So that's a little bit more important. I think at this time, lights are a bit important in here because I can't see a darn thing. Let's get out 10 metal grids. We needed steel plates. Probably needed interior plates, construction components, things like that. I don't know. Just my guess. And I think we should be okay. Alright. We got our assembler up and running, which is great. But we ain't tubed up just yet. So that's another problem. Alright. So that was a nifty way of doing search contracts. A lot easier and a lot quicker this way with the search lights. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, please hit that thumbs up, like the video. If you haven't done so yet, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Feel free to drop a comment down below. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.